It is time for the question of the week. So, with that, you know, here it is, Independence Day for the Americas, really for the United States and the Europeans. We came to call them Europeans because the Europeans was really the Moabites and the Swati Jew, Swati meaning black. That's just what it is. So when you look at the circumstances of where we at today, the land of the coward, the home of the mass incarcerated Aboriginal Negro of America, what is really the real reality of celebrating the 4th of July when you, as indigenous Aboriginal Negroes of America, the true American and I, hasn't got justice yet, haven't been liberated yet yourself and separated from your Holocaust of massacres and genociders? Then how is it your Independence Day? It's not. Then they try to turn around and give you the Juneteenth as something that the government decided they was going to give you, saying, oh, well, certain slaves wasn't off the plantation yet, so this is the real reality of this and that. The third, so you get to celebrate this. No, we don't want that. See, what we really want is liberation and separation for our nation with reparations and our land back, so us to be a nation once again amongst ourselves. That's what we want. So we can dominate the sports, dominate the music industries, dominate the actor and entertainment industries, dominate the invention of innovative thought industries, dominate science, dominate medical like Dr. Sebi, curing all diseases, dominate the things that we need to dominate in order to bring back stability to the earth like it was before 1492. That's what we need. That's the reality to it. So we can move this negative vibration of destruction on earth back to a positive one. Celebrating the 4th of July don't do nothing for us. They haven't did nothing for us. That's just what it is. Are we the house ends or are we the field ends? Because that's the reality to it. Because you got to make a choice. You either for your oppressors and your overseers and your so-called masters, or you're against it. Just what it is. There's no line in between. There's no feelings. It's just the truth of the matter of what has happened and taken place here in the United States. The greatest criminal empire to ever exist, who never ever been brought to justice for crimes against humanity done to the bloodlines of the Aboriginal Negroes of America on their own land. They done brought us many lies, many trickeries, all the way down to biological warfare, to you name it, where if you just sip the water, it might just be Flint, Michigan water. If you just eat the food, it might just have something in it that might bring you back to the hospitality of what they call hospitals, with no Dr. Sebi treatments that brings cures to all of us. That's just what it is. So what do you want to do? How do you want to do this? How do you see this? Well, I see it playing out as us uniting, coming together, putting boots on ground, 10 toes down, and pushing and demanding for our justice based off of what they owe us. They already betrayed us with the 14th and 15th Amendment, when that amendment itself was set up for our people, being solely for us, based off of us being the indigenous, endogenous Negroes of America. When it comes to birth lineage, they gave that out to everybody else. Once the civil rights movement popped off, they all of a sudden now they got resources for everybody else but you and I. Thus, everybody else got a leg up in the system but us. They turned around and had us trying to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps as they gave out everything that we put boots on ground to all the other people that was coming into the country. That was done on purpose. Just like them opening up the political parties for immigrants to come in and be able to become politically sound through getting political opportunities and becoming House of Representatives to represent taking the resources from our communities and reverting it to theirs, allegedly, right? But we busted some of them in California, right? So how long has this been going on? You think California was the only ones that was doing that to us? Man, please stop playing. All of them been doing it. This is why our communities look the way they is, and everybody else's community is getting an economic boom, resource boom. At the same time, we getting a mass incarceration boom, private prison boom. You think that's by accident? If you think so, then go check out Dr. Claude Anderson, our beautiful elder, who's been breaking this down for the last 30 years, who warned us about this, who told us that this was going to happen. Yeah, this ain't nothing new. This is something they've been doing. Excuse the hands, because I ain't no Mason, Freemason, Illuminati, Deep State, none of that bastard shit. That's just what it is. But once again, we all in this system, so we programmed to do certain things based off of TV programming, television, telling your eyes, your vision lies, school indoctrination, you name it. It's just what it is. I digress. So when it comes to this 4th of July, just know, if you're celebrating it, you're celebrating your own demise. Because it ain't got nothing to do with no independence for you. Because remember, when you look around, you still are being controlled, manipulated, and even boom, boom, boom down by those that control this system that Holocaust massacred and genocide you. You don't have no wiggle room because you haven't been liberated from your oppressors. Thus, you have no Independence Day because you're not independent. They control the resources on your land still to this day. And you got many of you that look like you, and not you, but look like you, that are manipulating you, controlling you, and lying to you on a regular basis to keep you in a position of docileness, and keep you in a position of not wanting to rebel, and keep you in a position of not wanting to act out on the fact that you at home getting bare minimum resources off of all your resources given to everybody else but you. Don't you drive around the country? Don't you see how the colonizers are living? Don't you see how they got plush land, beach property, lake properties, and so on? That's all off the backs of your people. And that wasn't done by hard work from the sweat of their brow. That was done by hard from the backs of your people, chasing them and breaking them and beating them down, if you know what I mean. That's just what it is. And now that they're becoming a minority and you becoming the majority, don't you want your land back? Don't you want your resource back? Don't you want to get everybody off the backs of you, wiping their feet on your back like you a rug? Well, it's time for our independence. It's just what it is. It's time for us to celebrate us coming back up and becoming the dominance on our own land in order to deal as we would deal as Negroes of America on our own land. Despite all that BS, they calling us African American. Tell them to call themselves Scottish Americans. Tell them to call themselves French Americans, Italian Americans. Tell them to call themselves Polish Americans. Tell them to call themselves those things. But stop calling us what we ain't never be. Our people told us that we had some NI in our blood. Why? Because we the original people, so therefore that wasn't even true. We are the NIs of America. The true indigenous, endogenous Neegies of America. That's what we are. That's why all our people talking about we have some. No, we all of it. That was the trick by them to get you to think that you're mixed. Nothing can mix out the black race. Nothing can mix out the melanated people. If anything, we mix out everybody else. And that's just what it is. We stand strong, we stand sound, we stand noble on a moral ground. Justice having been given to us. And today, tomorrow, next week, and for the rest of this reality in life, we gonna push for justice. Why? Because unity is everything. Bring ourselves back together, come back together, drop that banging on each other, drop that gangster rap music and all that other crap that they done pushed on us to be able to destroy us, drop the drug dealing and drug selling, and come back to building up our own communities and own realities and spending that bread that they say we have amongst ourselves so we can reactivate our reality of coming together with unity amongst ourselves to be ourselves as Aboriginal Negroes of America. And with that, hey, if you're celebrating, to each his own. But at the end of the day, just know, if you're celebrating an independence, you never got none because you never been liberated. And at this point in time, they still maintaining what their forefathers Holocaust and massacre and genocide us into. And until we get reparation and liberation back to our own nation, then there's nothing really to celebrate. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. For that is the question of the week. Peace, peace.